Hey guys, so I have a video of some projects that I got finished, and I finally got through all of the flowers. I decided to make a whole bunch of Scrappy flowers, more than I've ever made at one time. And I am so burnt out, it's not funny. I haven't been able to craft much lately because I've actually had some depression. And my depression's a little bit different because I'm not sad. You know, I'm not emotionally depressed about something, but because of my hormonal issues. Anyways, so I end up sleeping a lot. My mother woke me up the other night. She's like, Chelsea, it's 6 o'clock at night. Do you want to get up now? I was like, oh, just feel exhausted. Anyways, so Shay had sent me a whole bunch of pink fabric, and I kind of wanted to do some of them for breast cancer awareness fundraising. So yeah, some of the buttons probably came from Bonnie. This one right here, that's a brad that came from Bonnie. I pretty much ran out of pretty lace, because I generally only use scrap lace for the flowers. Loading up the binder for you again. Sorry. Just take a second. Just a second. I actually haven't been able to sleep tonight at all, so I think it's starting to wear off. But I couldn't sleep. I was so congested. I have the window open. I turned off the heaters and have my window open. Because I'm used to cold climates, and I'm not too fond of the heat. Can't breathe when it's warm. Okay. I think that... Oops. Sorry, guys. Okay, so there's that binder full. And I used a lot of the regular buttons this time. Because I really like to use the shank buttons, but I have so much of the regular buttons. I'm trying to get better about using them. They still look pretty. I'm running out of these pearl buttons that Shay had sent me. So yeah, I'll keep a few for myself and send a bunch to Pam for the fundraiser, and send a bunch out to friends. Most of the fabric came from Shay, and then some of the fabric, you probably won't know what I'm talking about unless you're a sewer. But I had some fabric that I got from my mother, and this came off of the fabric you get that has like a vest on it. You know, you cut out the vest and then you sew it all together, and it has all these cute patterns, but it'll have the instructions on the side. And I was like, you know, I can do something without. You know, why throw it away? It's perfectly good fabric. So I decided to try and get some use out of it, and I'm gonna recolor this one because I'm just not too fond of the green. But see, like this one, you can see the wording, and you know, I didn't think the wording looked bad, but basically all I did was I put a bunch of alcohol in a bag, which I wasn't thinking. I should have just used water since I rinsed it out anyways. But I put a whole bunch of alcohol in a bag, and then I put in some just cheapy acrylic paint and swashed it all together. You could use alcohol ink. You could basically use whatever you wanted. And with the paint, you know, unless you rinse it out super duper good, it's going to be stiff, but it was for flowers, so I didn't care. So this was alcohol, and then I put a little bit of fuchsia paint in there, and I got that light pink color. So anyways, that's what I did. I just let it dry overnight, and then I cut it into flowers. Because I'm like, you know, people stamp their fabric or paper or whatever with script anyways, so I don't know. I didn't think it looked bad. That it looked just dandy. Okay, so I got done with those flowers. So, I've really for the longest time been wanting to be an artist. I have no artistic skills, you know, like I'm like drawing, painting, you know, actually making like real art. You know, I consider this just crafting. I don't consider it an art. So, I decided I wanted to try charcoal. And, you know, I'm the type of person that gets discouraged really easily. So I'm trying not to get discouraged. And I'm going to go to the library and see what books they have on charcoal drawing, to, you know, to teach me about the supplies, how to use them and whatnot. I did find a really great YouTuber, and, you know, there's a lot of people who did charcoal tutorials on YouTube. But this person in particular, his YouTube name is Pinsetter 1991. He was just really relaxing to listen to, and he does beautiful work. And yeah, some people are just nicer to listen to, and, you know, make you feel more comfortable than other people. Hope that wasn't offensive. He was just more comforting to listen to, and I learned better from him, I guess. I'm sure I'm making that really offensive. Okay, so, at Walmart, I was looking at their art supplies. Try not to spend any money right now, because I've been gifted so many wonderful things. You know, I'm trying to use what I have. But they had this kit, at Walmart for $4.50. And it comes with a graphite pencil, which is just like your regular number 2 pencil. And then it comes with 3 charcoal pencils, one soft, one hard, one medium. And then it comes with 2 sticks of compressed charcoal. One is soft and one is medium. And then it comes with a kneaded eraser, which maybe I'm just not using it right, but I don't like it. Anyways, I thought it was a good idea, or a good deal for full price. And maybe it's not. I don't know. I didn't really shop around. You know, the closest craft store is an hour away from me, so. But I definitely want to get a white charcoal pencil. I know I need one of those now. And I know I need, a blending stub. And I need some vine charcoal. Anyways, that entire story was to lead up to the 2 things I did. So they're not great, but I wanted to show them anyways to, well, I wanted to show them just so I can have them on camera, because I probably won't keep them because they're not great. They're my first 2. So, Pinsetter 1991 did a tutorial of a crow on a branch, and I just love it how things look so easy, and then when you start to do it, they're not so easy, but I think if I just stay at it, I'll get better. So anyways, this is the first one that I did. Not a fan of it. I do really like this part of the branch. The crow is really bad though. But it was my first one, so I can't beat myself up too badly, I don't think. So then the second one, I didn't go off of a tutorial. I decided to wing it, which was a bad idea. And I decided just to do branches because I like this one branch so much. And decided to do branches in a moon. This is what it ended up looking like. It's not great. I got finished with it and I'm like, oh my gosh. What are you thinking? I think I'm really struggling with the shading because, you know, in the tutorial that Pinsetter 1991 did of the crow on the branch, you know, he had shading on the outside of the branch and on the branch to give it definition. I was a little bit lost when it came to all the branches, and especially with the moon behind the branches. So, and I was trying to like do like branches far off in the distance, you know, so it's all dark. I don't practice. I just gotta stay with it, not get discouraged. I am uberly jealous of people who have a natural talent for drawing and painting though. Uber jealous. Okay, so the last thing I did was an ornament, and I did this one for Johnny, and, Johnny, if you don't like it, I won't take offense. I don't even know what to say about it. I was cleaning out my ornament, box, and it's an open box, and so, you know, any open boxes or containers I periodically clean out because of dog hair or dust, you know. It's just the way it is with 3 large shedding dogs and a cat with such fine hair. And I had gotten this glass twirly ornament from an antique store I used to go to for free because the bottom of it was broken. The very tip of it was broken. And I was like, oh, I can do something with that. So I decided to try and do something with that while I was cleaning out my ornament box, because I could barely fit them all back in there. And so here is the twirly ornament. Like I said, I really don't know what I was thinking, so if you don't want it, don't lie to me and just tell me you don't want it. I won't take offense to it. But I just painted it pink with Mod Podge and pink paint, and then I did I put the bling mesh in the grooves, and Leslie had given me that. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus. That better? A little bit. And I think I went over it with like a, after I had painted it, I went over it with like a polymer clay glaze. I think Bonnie gave it to me because it kept cracking. So, and I have a feeling it's because I was blowing my hair dryer on it, and because there's a varnish mixed in with the paint, it's gonna crack. You don't want to. I know better than to put heat on varnish, but I don't know what to say. And then that trim, that like creamy trim, I think I had that. Could have come from Shay. I think I had it though. This fibrous trim up here was from a, you know, like $1.50 pack of trims from Michael's that I got for 50 cents. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's see if I can break it on camera. And then this applique up here, I had gotten this from yesterday's general store, and it was, I had no clue what it was when I bought it, but it had two appliques, and then there was 3 strands of pearls. The 2 appliques were attached to on either side, and my mother told me, you know, those old-fashioned dresses, where they'd have the applique ironed on each shoulder, and then the beads would drape down like a necklace, if you will. So I kept all the glass pearls and cut off the appliques, and so that's what that's from, and I thought it was really pretty. I've got one more. I don't know if I have it. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I painted it because it's much more durable now. Oh, okay. Hold on, I'm just trying to see if I can find something. I don't. Okay. Oh, it's over on my craft table. Shay had given me this big applique majigger. The big piece is on my table, so I'm not gonna get up to get it. But on this section there was these I don't know what they are. They were, hold on to the ornament, Chelsea. I don't know if it'll focus for you. There was these thingies that I just cut up, and I put a whole bunch of them going all the way around. I don't like the way it looks, but I can't rip it off, otherwise I'll rip all the paint off. So, and then this was just some eyelash. I know you guys aren't going to see this very well. There's some eyelash yarn wrapped around that. And then I've got, some little tiny lace there. And then some French trim over the broken bottom. Okay, that was harder than it should have been. So, Johnny, if you don't like it, I'll understand. So I don't know if I like it. I don't know what I was thinking. I had a totally different vision in my head, and then I don't know. Anyway. So, I don't know if I'll be showing too many crafting videos in the next few days, because I wanted to try and do a mini album, which will take quite a while. So yeah. Maybe I'll have some more horrible drawings to show you. I'll talk to you later. Every video I always feel like I've forgotten to tell you something, but I don't know. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.